apologies for that, ladies and gents. It has been a little bit of a technical issue, but we are live and we are warming up here at San Jose Hills High School. Very quickly, I'm going to let Aaron know. Aaron, put on the chat that we're live.
Yeah.
So we are live, we are good to go, and we are ready to go for the first game for Callum and Duncan in the Silver Caps for the Vanguard Silvers. We're live on the Buffalo City water polo website or YouTube channel. Over there you can see Coach Sandro, who is the Spanish coach with the Silver Caps. Absolutely top class gent, and a fantastic man. He is going to be at the helm for this team as we play the Palos Verde Black Caps today. We're slightly behind schedule, but you can see there, this is an absolutely stunning day. You can't see around here, but there's a full track over there, full athletics track. It's absolutely stunning here. So this is the first game of our tournament, a Cap 7 tournament. We are a 14 player strong team today, and I'm going to do my best to keep the commentary going with the names, etc. We've got in the starting lineup, we have Michael Bunton, who's going to do the swim off. Or sorry, it's not going to be Michael Bunton. Michael Bunton's on this side. Callum and Duncan are going to take a little bit of a break to the start with, let's see here, Callum's on the bench. I can't see Duncan there. Duncan as cap number 6. I can't see him, but we have started. And number 3 going up there, Zach Collins, just gets tipped out for it. With Palo Verde starting quickly. You can see that's actually Duncan in the background running at the side of the pool. So he's back at the thing. A 5 meter given straight off the bat. Paul Rinden giving away the 5 meter quickly. And it's a strong start for boys from Palos Verdes. Great save! Fantastic save there from our goalkeeper. Pretty sure that's Graham Kutowski. As the ball starts straight up the right wing. That's Jake getting the ball in. Quick pass in, and that's a goal by number 3. Fantastic goal by Zach Collins, putting us from the back foot into the lead with 1 goal on the board after 32 seconds. Paul taking a little bit of a break, and in for his place comes Tanner. Tanner being pulled up from the Whitecaps as well this week. So it's a great move for a couple of the boys here. Strong defensive play, and that's something that we need to do more of in South Africa, is that high press, which seems so potent and so effective. As you see, all players man-marked. A kick out again for the Silver Caps, who are playing in blue. And that puts us in 6-on-5. Palos Verde looking around. Palos Verde on post defense is on point. With the swing across, the pass in, and that's textbook. That is textbook, ladies and gents, of how to actually get somebody in position. They use their time. And one thing that Coach Sandro is very, very good at is a fast bench rotation. So although it's only been 70 seconds, we've had 3 rotations already as Jake moves across to make room for Graham, who comes in, take a position up on the right wing. Tanner getting the ball across. Nice pass through to Zach Collins. Zach back to Chase. Chase looks around. Finds Graham, back to Chase. Chase takes a look up. A no-look pass just doesn't come right though. And after a bit of a melee, an ordinary goes for the boys in white, Palo Altos. So the score 1-1 here. 5 minutes, 17 seconds left in the clock in the first chukker. The ball going through. The press is a little bit lighter here. The guys have been given a lot of room here from Palo Altos. And then, yes, I must say I do have to agree with that one. An arm grab was given. And unfortunately, Tanner was a little bit too enthusiastic for that. And giving Palo Altos another 6-on-5, but a dropped hand. And up goes very quickly. Michael goes up to see if he can steal that ball back for the boys in blue. It doesn't come right. A shot comes through. And straight off the tack was, I think that was Alec for Palo Altos. Switch with Paul, so Michael and Paul are doing quick switch. Michael going into centre back, Paul Rinden going into the right back position. Coach Sandro giving a little bit of advice and a little bit of encouragement to the boys here. We are trailing by 1, but there's still a whole game still to play. Tanner getting pushed back a little, Zach Collins getting pushed back a little bit. Finds a good pass to Chase Mortlock, who gets the ball through to Michael Bunton. Back to Zach Collins. Zach looks at a long shot. Just off the post. Not a bad idea. He did have some open players, but I think the shot clock was starting to run itself down. So Michael did take it into Zach took it into his own hands to make the pass. And if you see here, this is strong defense here and a high press. It's really what separates the teams is the pressing. The more I'm understanding the game of polo, the more I'm realizing that games are won on defense, not on necessarily on offense. And you can see it here with how the Silver Caps are playing, with intention and aggressiveness and intensity in the back, really helping to cement a solid. Callum and Duncan are not in the pool yet. They are on the bench, but the rotations have been very, very fast here. So I don't doubt that they will be in the next minute or so for sure. I will let you know, of course, when they're in. Just to remind everybody who's just on the stream now, it is 2-1 for Palo Altos, which means that we are down by 1, but we have a whole game still to play. We're still 2 minutes 50 seconds left in the first chukker. Strong play there. As Chase Mortlock gives himself a little bit of gas and he backs himself. Surely that's no. But back to Chase. Chase takes the shot. Strong save there from the Palo Altos team, who looks straight up for the counter. It goes up. Graham very quickly notices it and slows the ball down through an ordinary. Smart play by the young man. Ball comes through off the post. Taken back by McCall, back to his keeper. Long ball up. Graham's now in attack. Looks around. Who's he got? This is where communication is key. Smart ball goes in, but it just goes past. And that little bit too past. The one thing that we're learning from the academy and it's been drilled into all the players at the academy each day is remember every pass is a risk. So if you're going to pass, make sure of the pass, and you see it more and more as each game unfolds and develops. Simply because a tired pass is a turnover, and a tired pass or a sloppy pass could turn into a goal against you. So all passes like that one, hand to hand, absolutely beautiful from the keeper. Looks up, finds number 11, who I'll let you know is Chase. Chase gets the ball through to Rindon. Up goes Graham. Graham takes a shot, long shot, good save. This shot stopper is proven to be worth his weight here in the back for Palos, having 2 or 3 very quality saves so far in the first chucking. Chase Mortlock.
Too late. Go,
There, what? And he backs himself, but a great save. Fantastic save there. 30 seconds left now. We're up 6-on-5 for Vanguard as there's an exclusion there. Was there an exclusion? There was an exclusion for Palo Altos as number 2 makes his way out of the pool slowly. And this is where the passes really good save. And that's the end of the first chucker. 2-1 on the scoreboard for Palo Altos. Callum and Duncan have not gone in the pool yet, but it is not long until they do, I'm sure. Coach Sandro's being very smart about his substitutions and his bench rotation, which has been on point so far. If I can give a couple of little points that I've picked up here, the boys are playing very well. It's not necessarily that they're out of the game, but what they need to focus on a little bit is more of a press in defense, especially not mid-pool, but when it comes into our own 6, we're giving a little bit more room than we possibly should. And by pressing, you're essentially shutting down opportunities for pass and shoot options. And secondly, as always, I'm a firm believer in communication. There could be a little bit more talking between the boys in the pool, but as I said, I'm a commentator and a media guy. I'm not a coach, but these are the small things that I would have picked up. And then thirdly, the passes for the majority, I'd say we've had an 80%, 80 possibly 85% pass conversion rate. However, that 15% really needs to be addressed, especially when they're in crunch situations and clutch situations where that pass needs to hit the hand. As I said, passes are risks, so if you're going to make the pass, make sure of it. And then finally, we've given away, I think, three exclusions in that chucka. Now look, an exclusion is part of the game and it's certainly warranted in some scenarios, but if there isn't a need to give away that exclusion, be careful and conservative with your tackle. That certainly doesn't mean be gentle, but it does mean play with the same intensity. However, make sure to play within the rules of the game. As we get the boys back in, let's see here. We've got Duncan Van der Merwe's in the pool, number 6. He is actually against the lane rope, ready for his first swim off with the Silver Caps. A couple of players in there. So Van der Merwe is about to start his first swim off for the Silver Caps. And off he goes. Beaten to the punch there from the Palo Altos team. And now we get into the meat and gravy of this game. Trying to get around the official. There we go. Pass goes through. Out comes the keeper. And another kick out given. That's to Max there, I think. Is it Max? No, it's Paul Rinden, who's now on 2. He's got to watch himself. He's two things in 2 exclusions in the first half. So we've got to keep an eye on that. And you see the potency of that. You see the absolute potency of number 1 is 6 on 5. But when that pass comes in, the catch and release, the catch and shoot pass is really, really effective. Now, we're at 3-1. This game certainly isn't over by any chance, but we do need to start talking between each other and organising ourselves in the pool, not just relying on Coach Sandro to do it. The ball looks up, goes over to Duncan. Duncan gets the ball, he has a bit of water, he's going to take it, good stuff. From the South African native, brings it in. Max looks around, finds Duncan again. Duncan looks up, gets the ball. Max takes a long shot. It's a great shot, but I can tell you one thing. That keeper is not going to be beaten, it seems, from distance. The boy has quality. In goes McCall. Strong play and effective play. As Graham comes through, gets the ball, but deemed illegally. Now, a little bit of breakdown in communication, if you can see there. And what happens is people don't know who's marking who. And that, you see now, this is what I'm talking about the passes. A bad pass can lead to an immediate turnover, which happens here. And of course, pressure can turn straight into points. We are very lucky there that number 8 it slipped out of his hands, but we shouldn't be giving them a situation in which it's so easy for them. Duncan gets the ball up the wing. Back to Duncan, who's got a bit of space, needs to control this a little bit. Looks around, good pass. It goes back to Duncan. Okay, so shot comes through. And that hits the lane rope for a 2-meter. A little bit of a... It seems if the Silvercaps could have half the intensity of the opposing coach, we'd be in hundreds. Van der Merwe makes a break into the centre. The ball comes in, but surely that has to be deemed illegal as... Oh, it's given against him. Great drive in from Duncan, but yeah, he was swallowed by 4 in the centre. But that's the kind of movement that's needed. Jake comes in, puts a strong defence on. Duncan needs to get closer, it does do. A long shot being taken there. We've just got to be a little bit tighter on defence. Ball coming through. Shot coming, but a great block. Once again, and I don't mean to harp on about the same things, but it seems like the lack of communication. It seems there that Michael Burton just didn't have the passes open to him, and rather than being able to see them, no one let them know that he was there. You've got to give it to them. The Vanguard team are working hard on defense, but you see, this is an issue here is if half the team are making the press and the other half aren't. Now, great ball through. This is a one-on-one for Jake. Jake is very good in this situation, so look back to make sure he has the space, gets the shot off, gets the goal. 3-2. This is still a game that we can take back. In come substitutions. Number 3, Zach comes in, Chase Mortlock comes in, and Callum Ryan comes in. McCall takes a break, as does 2 others. So yes, we've got both the South Africans are in at the moment. We've got
Nice pass, let's
a
go!
kick out given against Graham. I'm not really sure what it was for. I'm sure I can find out later, but we're watching here. The passes are going around. Strong jumping here from the boys. And look, you've got to give it. That was a great goal, great catch and release. And there's a lot to be said about the catch and shoot pass. I'm sorry, the catch and shoot shot, because while there's a place for faking, absolutely, it's something that we don't do enough of is catch a ball and just absolutely just flick it on straight away. So in we go into a straight line. I love the way that they do this in America. You don't necessarily, and it's a rule that we don't use enough, is it doesn't have to start with everyone behind the ball. Everyone can go straight up, and it's something that we need to take. It's something that we need to take back to South Africa with us. Callum Ryan and Thing working in the centre there. Chase looks up, takes a long shot and gets it. What a goal! Catching everybody off guard there, including the number 1 there for Palo Altos. Good goal. And that's now 4-3. One thing that I love about Coach Sandro is everybody's constantly in rotation in the pool. If he sees that there's a slight mismatch in the pool where someone could actually benefit from playing on that person, he has no issues or hesitation in moving somebody around. So you see now you've got Van der Merwe. Okay, we're up 6-on-5 here. Van der Merwe's in centre forward. Callum takes it on the right wing. He looks around, takes a couple of pops, gets a nice swing across. Duncan's got the arm up. Now, if it goes into Duncan, he's going to have a lot of work to do because he's being up 2 meter. Chase with another long distance shot. That one going slightly wrong. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in this first half. 4-3 the score to Palo Altos. The Silver Caps are still very much in this, and I think when they get into their groove, Callum looks around, takes the shot and gets the goal. Lovely goal there, and strong play there from Duncan in the centre to move him. So Callum Ryan on the score sheet for the Silvers. 4-4 is the score. Delighted that the lads are now back in this game. They have, it can be argued, they have made this a little tougher for themselves that they need to, but I think that they're starting to get into the groove. And dare I say, with a little bit of bias, the South Africans are not only holding their own, they're helping to the cause very much, as you see Duncan Van der Merwe getting up there for a tight press. In goes Tanner, another white cap that's moved up. Great to see these guys who have come up holding, and not only holding, but really making sure that they're not and the dump, the first dump of the game, 30 seconds to go, first dump. And you know what, I'll take some positivity out of that for the Silver Caps, simply because it means that there wasn't anything on the attack. Callum swings it across to Chase. Chase takes a shot, puts it away. Great stuff. Now we've gone 5-4 up for the boys in blue, the Vanguard Silver Caps, as Jake comes in. Oh, we've got a large change here. I'm going to try and keep you in the loop of who's coming in, who's coming out. Duncan's taking a breather. I think Hannah's taking a little bit of a rest. Who else is taking a rest there? Number 15, Graham's out, and Callum are going to head to the bench as we've got a fresh set of legs to come in. And for the risk of glazing, I'm really all over Coach Sando's bench rotation. I think it's been absolutely phenomenal. This number 8 is potent, though. Jake does quell the threat, but we got to keep an eye on him. He's a big lad, and he's not... Shoot! The shot comes in, and it's blocked. Worth a punt. And if we could have half the intensity once again as the opposition coach, we'll be winning this 6-love. And to those who are chirping me on private chats to tell me that I am too old to use the word glazing, well, all I can say is skibbity to you. No cap. So that's the end of the half. We have gone on 5-4 is the score. We have taken the lead. It hasn't been an easy start. I'm not going to lie to you. We haven't made it too easy. I'd love to go over and jump into the halftime talk, but I don't know if my media pass is strong enough at the moment. But what I can do, and I'm going to do, is I'm going to go over here very quickly to the master in charge of aquatics here at Hudson Park High and just have a quick chat with him. DC, how do you think the first half went? Oh, that's fantastic. Listen, we hired him for his water polo knowledge, not his PR skills. I'm going to ask you for more there, DC, please.
Put me on the spot, yeah.
I'll comment.
Okay, thank you, Aaron.
We're playing very well. By far, their best players are 8 and 4, so
Right.
we need to pick up on that. The centre forward is
Correct.
the only one that's taken every shot.
Yeah.
So either we just got to sit behind and have someone dropping, because front marking isn't working, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But if attack has been much better, the second half of the second quarter, like the last 5 minutes there, their attack was very good. They're taking the shots and scoring the goals.
Excellent stuff.
That's
And
my opinion.
in terms of our passing and our structure up front, what's your
I think
view?
there was a few times they shouldn't have played the centre forward because there were people dropping, rather
Right.
take the perimeter shots, which Callum did there and scored nicely.
Yeah.
Because the centre back seemed pretty strong.
Yeah.
So the perimeter shots, in my opinion, are working better in this game.
Thank you so much, Aaron. And if you are watching, Coach Schweideman, Aaron's free for 6 months.
Didn't say the right answers.
I think you did. And DC, come on, step it up for the next bit, please. Okay, ladies and gents, so there you have it from the Peanut Gallery. We are, I think we're all in kind of agreement there in how we see this game. This is not only is it a Vanguards to win, it's also Vanguards to lose. So it really does depend now. What you can see without even having to watch the next 2 or 3 minutes is Palos are going to come out very, very strong here. They're going to come out on an aggressive attack, and we're going to have to be very open and mindful for it. And 2 things. Number 1, do not give away exclusions. We need to have all 6 field players in the pool for the next minute and a half, 2 minutes for sure. Secondly, the communication in the back. Make sure the press is tight, because they are going to try and get their centre forward. As Aaron rightly pointed out, their centre forward is very strong, number 8. So they're going to try and get him into a position where he can turn around and shoot. Sorry, I'm just getting some WhatsApps in here. We're ready to start. Who do we have in the pool? We have a strong, I think it's the starting lineup from the start. So we've got 2, 3, 5, 11, 4, and 9. So that's Max, Sat, Macau, Jake, and Chase. Now, this is the exact start that we needed for surely it's given as an ordinary. This is the start that we needed for Vanguard. Jake gets caught there by the centre back. Just the hand, the ball just goes underneath the hand. Right, up goes Max. And that's the press that I'm talking about. That's the exact press. Oh, unfortunate there, but that's the intensity. Well done, Max. Up goes Jake to continue the strong. Number 1 getting a kick out. This is where it's very, very dangerous. And as I said, a yellow card given. Yellow card given to Coach Sandro. Look, that's exactly what I was talking about. We've got to play with structure and discipline. To give away an exclusion, especially from the keeper in the first minute, can be. I hope. Look, I put it this way. I hope it doesn't count at the end. But we are now in a tied game of 5-all. The shot coming. Oh, a nice cheeky lob tried. Doesn't come right, but a great idea. So here we go. McCallum putting a little bit of pressure. So here they go. Number 8 was always going to take that shot. And it was a smart play there. Don't know why we dropped the ball so far away. There was... As we watch, some smart passing going around. Oh, the shot going. Oh, strong block there. Okay, here we go. Anybody that has strong play. It's given against Chase, which I'm not fully in agreement there with, but I'm not on the whistle either. So the ball comes in. Strong defense there, and a great defense. As Coach Sanders just says, everybody calm down a little bit, and I'm in agreement with that. Ball goes up. Ball comes through. The swing. Chase. He's got the long shot. He's got the long shot, and he took the shot, but the keeper had far too much time to think about it and get himself into position, and his legs underneath him. But one thing I can point out is this is actually a very, very good game. It's, for the most part, it's been a very clean game, with both teams really going for it, but doing so in a fair fashion, and that's all you can really ask for as well. Ball coming back through Michael Burton back to the keeper, and the keeper lucky there with the pass. Ordinary given. Come on, not getting out of the way. Ball comes through, great drive, and that's a grab of an arm. Surely a grab of an arm that's normally given as a 5 meter, but I'm just a qualified referee, what would I know? Anyway. Comes through. Pressure coming on from Chase. Hands need to go up here. This number 8 will always take the shot. Oh. Okay. Long ball goes straight up. There's Chase. Now Chase is not bad at these shots. Oh! Just takes a little bit. If he had one more second to kind of, evaluate where he was, it would have been whistle blown and an ordinary given inside the 6. Smart play there and great defense. And ladies and gents, if you think you're having a bad day, just imagine being the coach's vocal cords. Okay, so there's a couple of caps that have been that have fallen off. So bear in mind, I'm trying to learn the players here as we go. But Chase gets the ordinary and looks around, looks. Go, Zach. Zach's got a bit of time. Gets the ball in. Oh, come on. Are you really?
Walter, pass it off. Go.
Yeah. A timeout has to be given. Yeah, surely. I mean, there's calls being made here that's absolutely
11 p.m. or 11
controversial, let's say. And look, once again, I don't know how it's played here in America, but I do know that if you go past the 5-meter mark over that side, that's a yellow card to a coach if they go past. But hey, a timeout was called, so I think that they can go as far as their own half. You can see that Coach Sandro is not happy, and I can understand so. I mean, that was an exclusion.
I think it's Alex's. I can
all
take
day.
It over if you want.
But that's it. And for those that are a little bit concerned about the ums and ahs and commentary, you can turn down your volume. You can watch it yourself. Even better, you can dial in and you can do the commentary. Hey? Yeah, you know who you are. Ball goes over. Start for the, I think it should be the Vanguard team. If the timeout was called from Vanguard, it should be a Vanguard start, but isn't it a Vanguard start? If the timeout was called from Vanguard. Anyway, right. Van der Merwe and Ryan are back in the pool, both of them serving their positions on the right-hand side. To those who are wondering if I'm winding up the ref, no, I don't think they can hear me. It seems like they are deaf and blind. But yes, it does depend who had possession when timeout was called, and we had possession, that's why we called timeout. So it should have been our possession to restart. It doesn't matter because we have a possession now. As the ball gets swung across to Zach Collins. Callum open on that side. So is Tanner on this side. Tanner gets the ball back. Long shot, is it coming? It is! But it's already taken the sweep up and an ordinary given. Duncan gets the ball off to Tanner. Back there to Graham. Okay, a long shot needed. Oh! Ho, 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 ho. What a shot. That would have been one for the highlight reel had it gone in. That hits the end of the Chukka. 7 minutes left to play in this game. 5 goals apiece. And this game has been, if anything, it has been entertaining. It's been full of decisions that can be pondered for long after the final whistle. But so far it's a great game. Coach DC is here.
Hello.
Have you anything to say, Coach?
I just want to say I'm sorry for not answering earlier. But it was very intimidating. I'm joking. No, so obviously this is my first time watching this Vanguard team play.
Right.
Like an actual match. Obviously I've seen them play scrimmages at their training session.
Yeah.
But for me, what's very interesting is obviously it's definitely a team that's been together
Yeah.
this week. So what I'm finding especially is that they're not gelling yet, but the way they've started and then to bounce back like they did in the second chaka was very good. Obviously, one of their players is number 12. I'm pretty sure he got 2 exclusions early, so we haven't been able to see much of him.
Paul, yes.
Paul,
Yeah.
So obviously that's been quite tough for them, so they had to rebalance their guard or centre back fights. So, but they're adjusting quite well. What I am finding though is that the 8 on the other team is obviously very strong. I know Aaron touched on that, but now they've started to monitor them a lot better, and
Yeah.
that's slowed them down, the opposite team. So if they can keep doing that, I
If
can't,
you
see,
were-
them, I can't see them not dominating this last chapter like they have been dominating the last chapter.
If you were the coach, DC, sorry, we've only got a couple of seconds left. If you were the coach, what would you be saying for the last chucker to your boys?
I'd say stay in your positions in defense, stay strong in defense, don't concede soft goals.
Okay.
I would look to use the counter attack like they have been with
Right.
the number 11. I think from the Vanguard team is very fast.
He
had
is,
the
yeah.
one at the end there, especially.
Yes.
I'd look to counter this team because they're slow on transitions.
Yeah.
Slow on transitions, and they get the coach is very, very loud about that. So he's shouting at them. So any small mistake can make them. You just want to keep him louder, especially.
Yeah.
And that'll put them on the edge. But honestly, I don't think they need to do anything drastic. They just need to keep it simple and just make sure they finish those chances.
Fantastic, and I think that's it. They're playing a great game, just to continue to do so. Thank you, Coach DC, and that's it's such a pleasure having Coach Dave up here. Coach Dave, that's the first time I told you that.
No, please never again.
Having Coach Carter up here, I'll tell you why.
We've got Duncan back in on the one.
We've got Duncan's there and Callum's in the pool, I think, as well.
I think Callum might be playing at centre or guard.
Yeah, so
because they don't start in the middle of the guard, the centre.
No.
It's very
So we've got a juicy 7 minutes ahead. Let's see. Thank you, Coach. Excited to see the last 7 minutes unfold here as the ball goes in and dropped in. There we go. Starts off 4 to 15. 15 being, of course, Graham. Graham's taking the lead here and sorting it out. Callum goes up into the centre position. Zach takes a look around. Zach, of course, having an absolute belter of a last shot, and then decides to try it again. Comes down to Duncan. Duncan back to Zach. Callum working hard in centre, and he's got a big boy in that number 8 to work with. Oh, nice little flick pass. And doing so, Jake has sorted himself out with a 6-on-5 and a rechange in the shot clock. So we've got another 22 seconds left. Lots of time and lots of time to actually set up a strong attack. The ball goes in. Graham looks, gets it to Duncan, who takes the shot, zings it off the crossbar. Right idea for sure, and had all players beaten. He's got a little bit of space. He moves into it, gets the ball through. Whitewater, and another exclusion given. We really need to change this pressure into points now. As Graham gets the ball back to... Oh, the shot comes. Lots of time still. 25 seconds left on the shot clock now that the shot was taken. Up goes Graham. He hits it. It's against off the crossbar. That crossbar has been rattled. Duncan Van der Merwe takes the space, looks around and puts the ball in the back of the net. Van der Merwe pulls the trigger, gets the goal. 6-5. Yes, Duncan. Pappen Vleesman. What a banger is right, ladies and gents. Duncan puts us up Both the South African boys now accounting for 33% of the Vanguard silver goals so far. But now we can't fall asleep on defense. Oh, and a great save there. But that should be a wake-up call for all the defense now. We've got to press, we've got to press tight, we've got to be strong, and we also have to communicate. This game still has 4 minutes and 45 seconds left, and there's only one goal in between them. The most narrowest of margins you can get. As Zach Collins goes up and puts back a little bit of the intensity, Duncan gets close. Zach gets high, looks around, and who's that in the back? Jake works hard in the back to make sure that Vanguard come out with the ball. Callum told to go in. As Vernon Merva's got water now, he looks around. The bounce shot coming through. And I've got to say, that was the right play there from Nakal to take down the clock a little bit and then take the shot, because one of the things that we haven't really spoken about, that we really need to start focusing on, especially in this last chukker, is sorry, I'm getting chirps, is the time management and the clock management, which has been something that they haven't really taken account yet, but now with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left on the clock, it's something we really have to do. We are 1 goal up. It would be fantastic to have another. Look at the speed of this transition, ladies and gents. That's what makes a difference. Van der Merwe already on the wing. Callum Ryan there in centre. Van der Merwe's got space. It goes back to Zach, who's having a stormer there. Graham, back to Zach. Hits the long shot. Oh! We weren't aware of it. We weren't awake enough for the rebound, to be honest. But this is the clock rotate, or the clock management that we're needing, which is smart. An ordinary inside the 6, meaning he can't shoot. The pass goes back. Excellent play there from Michael Burton, but deemed to be illegal. Outside the 6 it is. The shot, he's looking for it. Van der Merwe is so strong, and you can't. So strong by Duncan Van der Merwe there in defense. Callum's got to get closer, is what the players are saying to him, and he does so. And goes, oh, beautiful work. Zach takes the shot. Two minutes, 13 seconds left. We are up by 1. Every time we go up, we're looking threatening, but we're not turning this pressure into valuable goals. And Duncan looks. He's given a lot of space and a lot of time. Smart from the defense. Van der Merwe blocking the pass and taking out that channel and relying on his keeper and backing his keeper, which is great news. The ball goes up to Graham. Just under 100 seconds left. Jake looks for the ordinary, gets it. Luckily. Oh, that's it. Hey! That's it. What? But isn't that an exclusion? 2 meters. And I would argue that there would be a shot clock reset if any. But Graham gets the ball back to Michael, who's having a great game as well. I must say that every player for the Vanguard team has really done their work. We are now 67 seconds away from the end of this game, as the boys are really being smart about using their shot clock to its fullest, getting the ball across. This man is not afraid to take a shot. It's Zach. Right, we're in the last minute. 50 seconds left. Defense is where it is now as Zach gets right back and puts some intensity in. Duncan gets up. Jake goes around. Jake is so strong in that center position. Everybody doing their job and doing their job so well. The shot comes in and we've got 30 seconds left. Now it's about clock management, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's about holding on to that ball and making sure. Oh, there goes Ryan. The ball comes through. Surely, and it's a 5 is given. Yes, a 5 is given. Earned by number 14, Callum Ryan. Who's going to sit that up? I think Zach looks like he's coming across. Zachary Collins comes up, says, don't mind if I do. Zach goes up, takes a goal. 7-5 with 16 seconds left. Fantastic stuff by the boys in blue. Looks like Vanguard Silver are going to take this, but as we know in sports, it is certainly not over until it's over. Massive break being taken. The both South Africans are getting out of the pool. Well-deserved break for both of them. Apparently, Teresa, how it works here is if you earn the 5 meter, the rule is you shouldn't take it because the thinking is you should be too tired to be able to give it your fresh best. So that's how it works here, which you can either take or leave. But Zach came up to take it, and the boys did absolutely brilliantly as a team. 5 seconds left. As we're 4.4 in, Jay gets the ball. Oh no, he doesn't. 2.9 left. They're gonna have to shoot. It's 0.09 seconds left. The shot goes up, and it is over the top. 5-7. The boys from Vanguard take the win. Wasn't an easy win. Certainly a fantastic game. Massive well done to Palo Altos, which was it was a phenomenal game. 2 hours to the next game, ladies and gents. Not sure in South Africa if you guys will be up at 9 o'clock in the night. Well done. Hey, it was as nervy for the guys on the stands as it was for the players in the pool. But we're going to say thank you. We're going to say goodbye. We're going to say well done to the boys from Vanguard, and we will see you in 2 hours for the next game. Let's go Vanguard.
It was a nice game.
You know what? It was